Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining us here on North Dakota Today. I'm Lisa Beddoe here with Chris Berg. We were both talking. It's tough. Mondays are tough. But you felt like you wanted to sleep in.
Oh, man. I just had one of those Mondays where I was like, I could have slept till at least noon today. I don't know what it is. Whenever we go through these kind of temperature changes, it just hits me like a brick wall for some reason. So
today, although chilly, it's like, what storm? Like, even all the snow has mostly melted here. I know in like other parts, like Devils, where they got 2 feet of snow, they're probably like, don't rub it in because we have a lot. But it was a mess last Thursday, Friday, even Saturday morning. Just, it's like wouldn't stop. That storm just wouldn't move out.
I don't know if you got the same alerts, but like I'd be watching TV yesterday and then you would get those long like, flood warning, flood warning. I'm like, flood warning? What? It's
crazy. I know I had a girlfriend who posted like within 5 days, Fargo has had, fall, flooding, and a winter storm. It was crazy. And you know what? I went to a wedding this weekend. My neighbors got married, and they had this beautiful outdoor venue planned. It was going to be down by the river and all the beautiful fall colors. Half their family didn't even make it here because they were from western North Dakota, and so the interstates were closed. They still had a beautiful wedding, but they had to move it, indoors. So.
Otherwise, you're down there waiters and stuff trying to hang out and
if you're planning a January wedding and you have, the little, white, fur shawl to put over your wedding dress. But poor Brianna and John, they were like, they're so cool. They're like, yeah. We'll just have the party indoors. So that was super fun. And also tailgating, you're not expecting, you expect snow for the playoffs.
Right, but not in early October.
Homecoming game, the parade, as we said, was canceled on Friday, and we tailgated instead. It was packed at Herd Horns. It was everybody, we were all ill. But you know what, it wasn't just the snow, it was windy and cold. So.
And like I said, you're getting soft, Beddoe.
I know, I am. And how about that game? We were just talking before the show. Yes. We need to get Jeff Culhane back in here because he said it was going to be a good game. He said we were going to have some competition.
But and I hate to be this guy, but buy your Frisco tickets. Right?
Well, we still have to play. We play the Jackrabbits coming up here. I think that'll be but so far, there's really been no competition.
And there's no way the Jackrabbits beat us twice in 1 year. So I just think it's, again, hate to be that guy, but after watching Saturday,
just dominated.
Yeah, might as well get your hotel rooms and.
Yeah, and I was reading something, and I didn't see the post-game news conference, but I know Coach Entz was like, giving credit to the Bison fans because they showed up. I don't know how. The interstates were closed, but they must have taken the side roads and they got there.
That's right. I don't know if you saw the pregame show, but Lee Timmerman said he had to leave on Thursday just to make sure he got here for the game.
It was crazy. I kind of want to block it out because it was so miserable last week, but a lot of craziness led up to, the Bison football game. Oh, and you know what? We talked a lot about this. I made it to the home opener. This is like the heart of the storm. Friday night.
And you still went.
We still went. I was like,
you're not soft. That's
by the time I got into the Shields Arena, I looked like a drowned rat. So it was that really wet snow, and I went and got my hair done, and then I went in there. But pretty good crowd. I have a picture of Miss Bailey, my 7-year-old, and Ogie. I think Ogie is the new mascot. So we got free T-shirts. I want to say 3,500 people. I know our producer Cordell was at the game as well. There was a good crowd. I don't know how those people got there either. They must have been all Fargo people who were like, we can't leave. Oh, here's the picture. So Bailey, who's 7, got a really nice XXL Fargo Force T-shirt. Okay, so we were a little bit late. All that was left were the really big T-shirts. But I thought it was a great crowd, and it was a great game too. That's actually awesome. Bad because the first period we were down 3-0, and I was like, uh-oh, Coach Lamoureux, uh-oh. But they came back and they won, so I love it.
Did you see the Lamoureux twins there?
No, I didn't. I wonder if they, I kind of was looking, maybe they were there, but they probably couldn't get here from Grand Forks.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
The roads were all like shut down. But anyway, so die-hard Fargo Force fans, it was nice to see you all out there. It was a great game. I think it's going to be a great season as well. And remember, now that the Fargo Force season's in full swing, we are giving away tickets. We have 4 packs of tickets up for grabs. You can get yourself registered to win. Go on us. How about that? The 4-pack giveaway brought to you by the Fargo Force and Buffalo Wild Wings. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on the contest tab. We'll be giving away another 4-pack tomorrow.
Could we just pause for a moment? Just a moment of silence. How about the Vikings?
Oh yeah.
Right?
I watched that game too. Did you have any kind of internal? Did you have any kind of internal struggle?
Oh,
though?
absolutely. I was like, oh my gosh, because Wentz looked incredible this year. I mean, even though they lost the game, I think he still looks incredible. And to see Kirk Cousins finally look like he's worth $84 million.
Finally.
I mean, the guy's just been kind of, and all of a sudden, Diggs is all over the place, and he's throwing it deep, and it's on the money, and I'm like, this is what I'm talking about right here.
And I love the love that they gave Bison fans, and they even showed the
Yes.
Bison fans in the stands, and they were talking about, although they said, you know, the Bison even played at Target Field last year. It's like they kind of had their dates off a little bit, but, you know, they tried.
They tried. And I heard the one guy say bison. You know,
yeah,
you
he
can't
said, don't say Bison, or
Yeah.
they're going to get really mad, and it's true.
So that was very nice to hear as well. But it was fun to watch. You know, would have been, like I said, Carson played great, but the fact that the Vikes won at home, it was a big game.
And a lot of fans from here were at that game as well. So I guess I kind of was sad for Carson, but good for Vikings fans. They never get anything to go their way. So
Honestly, I remember it was 24-3 or 21-3, and I thought, oh man, it's the Vikes. They're gonna screw it up. Next thing you know, it's like 24-17. I'm like, here we go. Wentz knows how the Vikes choke. So he's like, guys, at halftime, don't worry. The Vikes are chokers. We're gonna be fine. And then they ended up pulling off the W. It was pretty amazing.
I bet that was cool for Carson to, be playing there as well. That's probably the first time, because he didn't play in the Super Bowl there. So
I think it was his first time in U.S. Bank.
Next time Carson will get it. Okay, well, it's Columbus Day, and Fargo Police may be throwing a little shade. You're all over Twitter. Did you see this tweet this morning?
I did not.
From Fargo Police, they put, it's Columbus Day. Discover your turn signal. Oh, man. You know what? I used to be bad about this. I'll admit that. But I do use my turn signals now. But you still see a lot of people out there who don't, right? And I feel like when we've talked to PIO Jessica Schindeldecker, she says, you know, this is one of those
things yeah.
as well. So that's just a friendly little reminder.
For Fargo Police PD is fantastic. Like, I don't know if you remember, there was one time when it was something about a drug bust, and they're like, hey, if you have drugs, just bring them to us and stuff like that. Like, they do really, really good job.
Okay, well, it seemed like Christmas time. I kind of wanted to put up my tree. A little bit when I saw the snow, it made me think about Christmas time. But it is still, we're
Wait
fall.
a second. Did you say you put up your tree?
No, I wanted to, though.
Oh.
I looked out there and I thought it looked so beautiful. It looked like it was Christmas time. But no, I did not. Because now, and good thing, because all the snow is gone now. So it's back to, actually, I had to go find my fall wreath. It blew off my door. Luckily, my neighbors have it. Anyway, pumpkin carving, because it is the season for pumpkins, not snowmen, had a different meaning this week in this small town in Maine, where people like to carve out giant pumpkins. Then we're talking like giant pumpkins. And then they climb inside and they go racing down the river. Take a look at this.
Wow.
They're getting ready for today's annual Pumpkin Regatta. It takes place with these 1,400-pound. See, we could do this in the Red River. The Red is still I don't know,
That is classic.
very creative.
Yes.
I guess if you look at this. I have actually never seen one of those like huge pumpkins
I haven't
in
either,
person.
but that is hysterical.
I don't know about that. I don't really like to be in rivers. Not for me either.
Yeah,
but
I'd be cheering them on.
Definitely more fun than sledding in the snow.
I did like the Vikings guy, though. Did you see him in the beginning of that video? They had the old Vikings gear, and that was nice.
You could see Vikings fans around here. We could do that. Our own little Viking ships made out of huge pumpkins. This is another fall story for you today. The city of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, is trying to break the record for the most scarecrows in one place. Check this out. Emily DeVoe has our story.
There are a few thousand new faces in Gatlinburg.
We're just going to take this one scarecrow at a time.
After 5 days of zip tying rows and rows and rows of scarecrows, volunteers placed the final straw on Friday, hoping to break the world record for the most scarecrows in an area.
The world record for most number of scarecrows is 3,812, and it was set in England in a little town called Burton-on-Trent.
In Gatlinburg, scarecrows are about as common as the changing leaves every October, the busiest month of the year for visitors.
People come by the droves to see these beautiful fall leaves. And so adding the scarecrow displays all over town just enhances our visitors' experience and gives them something new to talk about.
When the displays around town began to grow in number each year, people began to wonder if there could possibly be a place with more scarecrows than this.
It's just kind of grown and grown over the last couple of years to the point that we decided, well, what is the world record for the most scarecrows in a place? We looked it up and we thought it was attainable, that it's something that we could do.
They're aiming for 4,000, but they won't know the final count until Monday morning.
We are going to count all of the scarecrows on video in one fell swoop.
Then they'll send the video to Guinness and wait and see if they placed the straw that broke the record.
I love that. I have a scarecrow already up as well. And I was just thinking, is it still there? Because it was windy. I lost the wreath on my door. Do you guys do the Halloween decorations outside?
We do a little bit of stuff, but I don't go with scarecrow and that whole thing. Good for
yeah,
you.
I like that. I'm not thinking now. I should collect them and put them all the way around my fence. I love the look of that. My husband would hate it. I don't know where I would put that for the rest of the year, but they might be onto something there.
Put it in his shed. Right?
Yeah. He has a huge shed, but apparently it's not for scarecrows. Okay, it's Monday, but already we're going to look forward to the Bison game next weekend as well.
Is it home or away?
It's home.
It is home. Okay, good. So be sure and tune into the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show. This one's going to kick off at 1:30 p.m. with our fantastic team. Then, of course, at 2:30, we'll have coverage for you of Missouri State at NDSU.
I think it's the weekend after we're on the road and we're playing the Jackrabbits. I think if I have my
that's right.
schedule right.
We
so,
go there.
But one more weekend at home. And remember to wake up Sunday morning and watch the Coaches Show with Matt Entz. That show sponsored by Gate City Bank every Sunday morning at 10:30 on KX4.
So is Missouri State? They're not very good this year.
I haven't heard much buzz
Yeah,
about them, but
I haven't either.
it's early. We'll talk to our contacts. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, drones have become a big part of life over the last few years, and some of the biggest and best are being flown right here in our state. We're going to talk about it next.